Not all legendaries are created equal. In a game with over 800 champions, you would think the legendary champions are legendary quality. But, in fact, some of those legendaries are better than some mythicals that exist in the game, but some are worse than an epic. In fact, you could say are rare equality. Or as we say it, they are just vault keeper. So in today's video, we are diving into the bottom of the barrel. Basically, the 10 legendaries that you wish you will never pull. So the best worst legendary is a Dark Elf, and his name is, what is the Dark Elf? Yeah, Dark Elf, and I am happy that I've never pulled him. He is Ruel. He is one of the hardest hitting nukers in the entire game. Like, he just hit insanely hard. And he is probably the best wave nuker in the entire game. But his problem, number one, he's weak, he's green affinity. The worst affinity in the entire game. Number two, if I need a wave killer, I would just use Seed. She's an epic, does not require golden legendary books. Only epic books, and you literally only need to book her 83, and that's all you need to do. Like, yeah, he does have hex buff, he buffed himself, but who cares? There was a time when he was being usable, and that was literally when Dungeon Heart stopped by the game, and then he was one of very few champions that can with a Kaimat setup can like give you like a team where you can just double shot the spider, where like you just put hex, he goes after, he nuke, he kill the spiders, you reset. By the time he gets another turn, he will kill the spider, and that is number one. Real quick, guys, get yourself a free legendary Narma by clicking the link in my description. You will also get 3 amazing epics: Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage. All you need to do is, number one, log out of Play on your PC and uninstall it. Number two, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Number 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Number 4, go to your inbox and claim the champion. So don't miss out on the great chance to get Narma and 3 very strong epics. So make sure to click my link before it expires. Now moving into number 2, and it's actually going to be a barbarian champion. We're talking about, where is he? I pulled like 7 of him. Where are you? I can't find him. He's so bad that I can't even notice him. His name is Oparden Clan Father. What does he do? He does continuous heal, block buffs, and he doesn't cleanse. For a champion that has block debuffs, if you don't cleanse, you're useless. Just as simple as that. His A2, he just attack and put continuous heal. His passive makes him like boost the turn meter by the continuous heals. There is an insane champion in the game that does that, and her name is Senna. She does what is expected from a champion to have this kit to do, but this guy just doesn't do anything. While like she revive, she ally attack, she has increased speed, she has so many things in her kit, while like he just doesn't have anything. The next champion is from the Banner Lord, and his name is where is he? I can't find him. I think I have him actually. Where are you? No, not Richoff. Oh, it's right there. Adeline. So she's a log-in champion. So technically you don't care about having, like, you don't care about pulling her, but she is also a bad champion. She's so bad that you can pull her from shard, unlike other champions where you can't pull them from shard. Why she's so bad? She simply doesn't do anything. She has decreased speed and decreased attack. That's it. Okay, place sleep on a target for 1 turn. Okay, you know there is a champions in the game that AUE stun and AUE sleep. How about that? And she literally just does it on a single target. And then you go to this one, restore destroyed max HP. You can do this by having an awakening, and that awakening is called Miracle Heal. You don't need an entire ability dedicated for this. Like, you can literally, like, an ability, you can do this by using a gemstone. There is a gemstone that gives you your heal back. The most useless ability in the game, one of the most useless A1s in the game, one of the worst A3 in the game. She just has an epic stats with a random kit that you will never be able to use, which makes her the 3rd best worst champion in the entire game. But she, okay, so why she's the best 3rd worst champion in the game? Because she's a log-in champion, and you should have her at 5-star. So having her 5-star will give her some quality. Like, you can use, you know, cruelty on her, brimstone. She can solo the Shogun. So that's a use for her, but that's pretty much it, nothing else. And now the next one is actually also a barbarian. This champion is so good if you pull him early in the game, but if you pull him after you finish dungeon 20, there is no use for him, and his name is Matab. What does Matab do? He has increased the resistance and reflect damage, two debuffs that you will never care to have them together. Like reflect damage, I would like to have it, let's say against Fire Knight. Why would I need increased resistance, you know? Like, if I need reflect damage, I need shield or increased defense with it, right? And then he has a provoke on a 4-turn cooldown with a block damage on a 1-turn. Like, why 1 turn? It's supposed to be 2 turns. And, like, on this champion, the block damage is literally only on him. Dude, Helicat put block damage on everyone for 2 turns. Blind Seer put block damage on everyone after she revived them, so she will make sure that no one dies for 2 turns, while like this guy just put it on himself. That's so selfish. And a useless A1 increases resistance by 50 whenever their active skills are not on cooldown. So basically, he has 50 resistance if you don't use his A1 and A2, which means you have to stick to using his A1. And yeah. Yeah, that's just so bad, to be honest. The next one is actually going to be from the Orc. And I think some people actually have used this champion. What is the Orc? Yeah, it's right here. And I don't have this champion. There was a time when this champion was the most OP obnoxious champion. And that was the day Sand Double stopped by the game. And that champion is not God because his kit relies on him getting a turn and just keep swapping HP, and then if he is at low HP or high HP, he grants an extra turn, but he doesn't hit hard. So when you get a turn, you just do nothing because you don't have enough damage. There is no use for him because just what the heck, man? Like the only time he was good when they stopped by, when they gave us Sand Devil. So there was a time where like you build him in, I don't know, Swift Parry. Once he's at 1 HP, he can switch his health with the boss. And that's not supposed to happen. And then you just one-hit the boss with like 1 hit because the boss will be at 1 HP. The second time he was good, when they reworked his kit. So you build him in a Frenzy Gear, and Frenzy Gear used to give you turn meter by the amount of HP lost. So basically, when he swap HP, he goes to 1 turn, and then he get 2 turns back to back. And then they just changed that, so they buffed him, and then they removed the gear that was supposed to work with his kit. So they was literally like they buffed him, and then they shot him in the head, you know? It was like, yeah, you have a chance, but you're dead now. Sorry for that metaphor. Next one is actually a champion from the Dark Elves. Dark Elves has some of the best champions, but also some of the worst champions. And this champion is nothing but Astrolith. So the thing about Astrolith, she's so good in high tier classic arena because she does have she put 2 bombs that cannot be resisted. So in high-end arena, what you do is you just build her at like 400 plus speed, and you just target one champion, and then that champion will be bam, dead. You could also, like some people pair her with Tohanarak because Tohanarak can spread debuffs. So if Astrolith put 2 bombs that can't be resisted, then Tohanarak comes in and spread 2 bombs that don't need accuracy, and then everyone is dead. But that was before Mythicals came into the game. Now there are so many champions that you use in Classic Arena high-end, like champions like Marichka, champions like Narma. Those are just like, you can't just, you know, rely on bombs. So technically that's the only use for Astrolith. If you have a +4 Astrolith, you can one-shot the Bummel. But I feel like if you have +4 Astrolith, you already don't care about Bummel. So it's like you get her by the time you don't need her anymore. Now the next champion is a champion I pulled on a Mercy, and I was so depressed when I did pull him because it was after 230 void shards, and that champion is none other than Jingwan. So why Jingwan is so bad? Well, technically his kit is good if you pull him early game. If you pull him end game, he just doesn't do anything. Like he has an AoE that's strip, decrease accuracy, decrease crit damage, 2 debuffs that nobody cares about. And then his other ability has block active skill and block debuff. Well, this is good in Hydra, but the problem is he just doesn't hit hard. So there are so many champions now with block debuff that bring in better stuff. Like as an example, Uugo, the epic, she brings block buffs and decreased defense, which is one of the must to bring debuffs into Hydra. So that's why Uugo is so good, because the debuffs make sense, while like his debuffs don't make any sense. Why would I care about block active skill in Hydra? Why would I care about decreased crit damage? And then like, okay, he has a strength, and it's like, why? Like, just make him hit hard. That's all you need to do. Like make this ability enemy max HP, or make this ability enemy max HP, or I don't know, add decreased defense. But they know that it's an older champion. They will never make him meta, because why would they give this guy what you need when they can just make a new champion that has what you need and sell you the solution? Now, that's as far as Jing one. Now, moving into the next one, and I think it's a dwarf, and that dwarf is... Where are you? Show yourself. Yeah, Borgar. Why Borgar is so bad? Well, there is a use for Borgar now with the Titus teams, because he does have a shield and also has increased resistance. But the problem about his shield, it's a very small shield. 20% of this champion's max HP. Whenever you want a shield to be good, it has to be 30% of this champion's max HP. So it will be worth it to build this champion, because they bring in a big shield. Well, to be fair, he just have 30% more, so technically 30% more. Yeah, so it's like 26%. But the problem is he just doesn't bring anything else. So if this champion has a perfect veil here, he would be actually sick. Like if they give him perfect veil, I would use him in a Titus team, but now he just doesn't bring enough. Like, why would I build this champion over Feral? Feral has increased resistance and perfect veil. Then you go to the other ability, he has block debuff and so many other stuff. Like, where is Feral? Let's go to this guy. Like, look at this. Increase resistance, perfect veil. Literally what you need for Hydra. Then you go with decrease accuracy, so the Hydra will never be able to strip you or CC you or do anything, and block debuffs. And then you have decrease speed. While like Borgar has debuffs that don't make sense together for any boss in the game, which makes him one of the worst. He does have increased defense on an A1, but why would I care about having increased defense on a champion that's supposed to make me resist the Hydra boss? Like, increase resistance. Well, you go here, there is no decrease accuracy. You know, just they don't add up together. Now, the next one is controversial because he's so good if you feed him, and that a champion is... Where are you? Show yourself, noble. So I have two nobles, and they were like in my faction guardian. I was like, there is no use for this guy. Even if you are an early game, he's so useless. The best use for him is you feed him to ninja, so you can empower your ninja, and your ninja start doing more damage and tank more hits. There is nothing about this guy that makes him good. Like, what does he do? Fear, true fear, sure. And then you go here. Before attacking, the target is under fear or true fear, place increase attack. And then he doesn't hit hard. On an ability that is 2 turns, single attack that doesn't hit hard. Why would I care about that? And it's like, if the target is under fear or true fear, decrease the duration of all the target buffs by 1 turn. Dude, so he is so one-dimensional, and he's so bad. Like, you have to have fear and true fear, which mean if you want to get use of these abilities, you have to bring another champion that can bring those, because there is no way a nuker can put a CC and then get another turn before like the opposing nuker just wreck your entire team, right? So it just doesn't make sense. Like what's he gonna do? Put fear through fear and then wait an entire turn and then go after, and then by that time they will be already cleansed these debuffs, and that's it. Yeah, that's why he's the second. He is not the worst in my list, because you can feed him to ninja and your ninja can get better. So that's the only reason he's not the worst. But the worst champion in the entire game is one of the recent adds to the game, and it's this chick. She doesn't even have 2 wings. Like, she can't fly. It's like, this is like a chicken. It's a bird that can't fly, you know? So the only thing that chicken is good at is food. But nobody feed legendaries. So why is she so bad? Well, she brings block buffs, but it's 75%. And then there is heal reduction on an A3 that is 3-turn cooldown. There are the champions in the game that has heal reduction on their A1. Yeah. if they want to make this champion good, this was supposed to be decreased defense, and this is supposed to be 100%. So we're asking for 2 buffs already on a champion that was recently added. Yeah, good luck with that. Like, even for the progression of champion, she's so bad. She doesn't hit hard. She doesn't support enough. There is no use for her. I don't know why they bother making champions that are this bad. Like why? Receive 15% less damage from enemies and their heal reduction. Like, who cares? Filters champion to heal by 5% whenever an enemy receives a shield buff or is healed. If the opponent has a shield and I don't have a way to deal with that shield, I will lose that fight. That's number 1. Number 2, if a passive like this exists, it must be allies receive 25% less damage from enemies and their heal reduction. Yeah, that's the only way a passive like this could work, and then you would use her in faction because she will make the boss hit way less than the boss would actually do. So only good for her, and it's only 15%. It's like a small version damage mitigation. It's like, dude, I don't care. And look at her stats. She has an epic champion stat, 16,000 HP. Epics have more than that. 900 defense. Epics have more than that. 99 speed. There are epics that has that. Like let's just go and see an epic champion that has heal reduction. Okay, we need an epic. We need a debuff. And that is heal reduction. Where is heal reduction? Yeah, this is heal reduction. So this is an epic champion. Look at that. Attack one enemy has 85%, goes to 100, placing heal reduction. Yeah, on an A1. How about that? Let me just make sure. Okay, Venom Mage. Yeah, Venom Mage is an example. Look at this. Attack all enemies, heal reduction on a 3-turn cooldown with 2 poison on everyone, which make Venom Mage able to solo Dragon by itself and an epic champion. Enemies under heal reduction debuff inflict 15% less damage on everyone. Like, that chick, Luminacy, the Gold Wing, is way worse than a Venom Mage, which is a champion that is an epic and easy to pull and way easier to book. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the top worst legendaries in Raid Shadow Legend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully you guys don't manage to pull any of these. You don't want them, okay? You don't want them. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.